through, you maybe didn't find out so much about what motivated him. Was that, very deliberate between you and maybe an Ariel, sort of talking about the fact that, you see the man in action first before you find out maybe what motivated him?
Yeah, that's really up to Ariel, and the way he structures the story. I mean, you can do things in order and try and make everything make logical sense, but sometimes that's not as interesting. I don't think it's hard to make that leap to imagine. He probably did not have an ideal upbringing. I can't imagine anyone getting the love and attention that they need as a child and growing up and being the way that he was. That story wouldn't make any sense to me. So, but I like the fact that he kind of delayed it. It used to be at the beginning. It was in the first couple of drafts at the beginning, and it was very obediently done. Like setting the whole thing up. And one day he said, "Screw it, I'm going to put it in the middle." And I thought it was very. I think Ariel's tremendously talented that way. He's very smart.
Yeah, you see enough. Don't
Yeah.
you? I mean, the guy was so clinical. How do you get inside that mind, or do you just suppose you treat it as anything else?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's nothing I would ever do. I could never imagine doing what he did, murdering somebody. I wouldn't have the stomach for it. I think there's obviously when he does it, he enters in a certain state that's maybe like a disassociative state, or kind of disconnects from this other part of himself, which is actually kind of a kind, gentle side of himself. I mean, to me, that's what's so interesting is what makes him so complex is he's not like a typical sociopath, completely devoid of any empathy or sympathy or caring for anybody else. That wasn't completely taken away from him, and he probably fights to try and hold on to it, specifically because he had such a hard time growing up. But yeah, in terms of the actual killings, it's interesting. Ariel said one of the early cuts of the film, he's like, for a movie about a killer, you don't see that many killings. I mean, particularly somebody who claims to have killed between 100 and 200 people, you certainly don't see that many. I think the film does a nice job of showing just enough of that, but also making you understand that it's about other things as well. It's not just about some guy walking around killing people.